Hello, everybody. Welcome to another evening of messages of love from above. I'm excited, as always, to see what messages come through for us all to hear. And before we get started, I do want to send love out to the world. So if you'd like to join me, whether you're watching this live or in playback, we'll join outside of time and space and send that love out to the world. So I'm just going to take a deep breath and come back to you right here, right now. And just let that love cascade down into our hearts and fill it up and overflow out to the world. And if you are in need of that love this evening for your heart, your mind, your body, for someone else, for a situation, whatever it may be, we send that love to you as well. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. And of course, happy full moon, Gemini full moon. It'll be at its fullest here in about 2 hours. So there's still time to do a full moon ritual. Let me post the weekly energy update videos, which I put out last Saturday. And it talks about the Gemini full moon in there and how you can make the most of the kind of a unveiling and type of releasing type ceremony around Gemini energy, around anything. So we want to do it before the full moon hits to use the power for its fullest. So be sure to check that out within the next 2 hours. All right. So I am excited. Let me pop out the chat here and we will get started on the readings. Thank you guys so much for being here. As always, appreciate all the love and all the beautiful energy you bring in. And we will get going here. All right, let's get that expanded. All right. All right. So we are all set. And we'll start off here with beautiful Mira. So welcome, welcome. And you would like a general reading. So let's take a look here. And I'm going to use the Witch's Tarot tonight. And let's see what they have for you. All right. So, what would Spirit like you to know right now, beautiful Mira? All right. Let's see what we all got here. All right. Well, definitely there's a message here of connecting to your intuition and your gut at this time. You got the Queen of Cups, which she rolls over emotion, rolls over water, and she definitely gets double water. All the queens, in addition to ruling over their own suit, they actually get another helping of water so she can dive deep and really connect to her emotions. And you also have the strength card here, which, if you look really close, you could see the infinity symbol above her head here, which represents your higher self, and this is your human self. So there's also both of these cards really indicate that there is a nudge to really trust your intuition, connect to your higher self during this time for decision making, for questions, for guidance, and really zero in on that. Because you have the Six of Wands here, which is fire, but it's the recognition card. And I really feel like this is spirit showing you that that you are recognized, you are seen, they know you, they love you, they're always around you, and they see what you've done. They see what you, not like we see what you've done, but what you've accomplished and all the things that you've overcome. And they're very, very. It's like all these other wands back here are them celebrating you And so you are seen. There's also a victory that comes from connecting to your higher self and connect and trusting your gut and your intuition. So they're basically saying, trust that heart, trust your connection, because it's going to lead you in wonderful places where you just feel this abundance and this overflowing. So I do like that for you right now, beautiful mirror. And that's what they have for you. Easy breezy. They're like, trust that gut, connect to us, and we're proud of you. And victory is coming your way. So I like it. So many blessings to you. That's what they have you for you tonight, Mira. All right. So high vibration, you are up next. And we would like a spirit message for you. All right. Let's take a look here. What would spirit like to know? Like you to know? They know everything. But what would they like you to know? All right. They actually do want me to go to the angel guide oracle for you. So let's take a look here. All right. And I actually want this one right off the top. So let's take a look, see what we got here. Wow. I love high vibration. Raise your vibration. Whoop whoop. How perfect for your name there. So let's see what message comes in there. You can't make that up. That's funny. It says it's time to move up another level. It's time to fly high. You may have experienced some setbacks or felt low recently, but that is behind you now, and you have the opportunity to light up like never before. Everything in the entire universe is comprised of energy, and that energy vibrates, drawing toward it similar energy. So, raising your vibration means aligning yourself with situations, people, places, and choices that you know will lift you up, support you, and help you grow. When this card appears, you have overcome the darkness and are moving into a time of opportunity. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, you can be reborn. Know that angels are acknowledging your commitment to growth. You are filled with inspiration now and attracting only the good. The extended message for that card is there's a sense of achievement around you at this time. You may be receiving documentation, certification, or a reward of some description to acknowledge your growth or experience. This is a time to cherish, a time to enjoy the rewards of commitment to living with integrity and doing good. You have overcome many challenges and risen above adversity, judgment, and possibly even abuse. You are ascending spiritually and personally at this time, and the universe is supporting you. This is the pathway of light, the pathway of your soul's evolution, ascension. So I like that for you. Very much fitting for your name. So that is what they have for you this evening. So I like that high vibration. So many blessings for you. All right, Valverde, you are up next. All right. And any hidden messages for you that you do not know about? Let's take a look. See what we got going on here. So, what hidden messages that you don't know about? All right. All right. So, you do have the subject of love coming in here with the Two of Cups about the relationship. What um, is holding you back? What is keeping this from moving forward? Because you have two sets of cards after this, which you have the um, expectations card, the Three of Swords, and the Nine of Wands, which is about like blocks that are happening there, right? And so, expectations here, past disappointments, and fear of losing conditional love is what the block is here. And that's normal. I mean, you're like, yeah, tell me something I don't know, right? Well, this is in your hands, Um, I don't see, are they holding one? Yeah, and they're actually holding one here. If we zero in, you can see they're holding an ace of wands here. And that used to be right behind them, which was keeping them from moving through. But now you are really grasping your power and you're able to move that aside to have you flow through it. So I feel like you've been working on it, but you're like right at the right at the edge of being ready to let this go. Here, the 10 of swords, you can see they're all stuck in someone. This is good. 10 of swords is the endings and the new beginnings, all these expectations around love and around relationships, you're ready to let that go. You've been doing so much of it, you're exhausted trying to live up to all those supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts that you have had given to you all your life. And the emperor is here. This is you taking control over your life. The emperor rules over all the kings in the entire deck, and so it's you just taking um, the bull by the horns, per se, and allowing uh, just what you don't want to no longer serve. Whether it's emotion or anything in the outside world, like possessions or homes or cars or, like I said, any type of relationships, any type of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, and whatever energy you don't want around you anymore. It's like you are just, you've had it up to here. And now is the time where you're doing this release of all this. The emperor is making an announcement and you're cleaning house. And I feel like that's happening this month because you are just done. You're just done, done, done. And there's something, I think what you don't know about is there's just going to be something that just comes out of the blue here. Yeah. That throws you off balance momentarily. And it's like, whoosh, and it just blindsides you. And you're just like, really? It's like a close friend or a partner or work or something in your spectrum of your life just does something so off the wall that it just really gets your attention, and it's like the little feather that breaks the camel's back. You're just like, you know what, I'm done, I'm just done, and you're just ready to just clean house, in a loving way. But you're just like, I'm choosing me, and I'm going to rule my empire as my emperor. I get to rule myself. I'm tired of waiting for everyone else to do the right thing. But you have a lot of supposed to's in your head that you're clearing away too. That you're like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that anymore. I'm going to move forward and do what I want to do. So I really feel this freedom coming here, for you, Beverly. And I feel like it's with by the end of the month for sure. If not like next week, I just feel like there's this cleansing that's coming, and I like it for you because it is for you. So that is what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right, double, triple, quadruple X, you are up and you want to know what's coming in for you. Let's take a look here and see what's going on. Let's take a look. What does Spirit want you to know that's coming your way? And you sure you want to know, right? We're like, well, wait a minute. Since you ask that way, maybe not, because you got three major arcana, which is about significant life changes coming your way. Um, your first one is the Tower. That's why I asked, are you sure you want to know? But we know that when things are removed out of our life, they're moved out of our life on purpose for us to make room for something else, and for us to be able to move forward, right? So there is some significant change coming your way, and I think, is this one? Yeah, I like it. Someone has mentioned another reader that I saw, and I can't remember which one it was, but they point out that there's no door down here, so you were trapped in this situation, but with it being blown out here, it's creating this opportunity for you to get out because, it's been opened up for you, and so I really like that, and the visualization that it's being done for you. So, and then I feel like what's opening up here is commitment. And so this is like contracts and commitment and spirituality and different things, but I feel the energy of this with the movement, it opens up commitment. So if there was someone in your life already, and if it doesn't kind of unfold, it's because they're being moved out and they're bringing someone in that will be more in alignment with um, who you would want to commit to you and that you'd want to commit to them. So I kind of feel like this does have to do around a lot with romance and with love. And so you also have the shadow, which the shadow comes in and shakes your beliefs and mindsets and expectations, all the stories we have around things. So with the tower and the shadow card both showing up, there is this change that happens that makes you really look at what you are thinking about relationships. What do I really want? This is what I thought I wanted and I got it. But then I'm like, "Pfft, I don't care." And I feel like with whatever has moved out of your life that you really don't have strong feelings about it either way, which shows you that it wasn't what you wanted. It was what someone told you you were supposed to want. And now with this change that's coming up and this kind of clearing out, now you have this time to really look at it and go, what does my heart want? Not what my mind wants, what everyone's been telling me, but what do I want? And so this change happens. It just pulls things out of your life, opening up your path, and you get to choose. And I feel like you go into this fork where there's like five different ways to go. And you're like, what do I want? Let me sit here for a moment and contemplate what is it that I really want. So I like it for you because it is freeing and it's opening up things for you. So many blessings to you. That's what they have for you. Double, triple, quadruple X. All right. So, Sharani Nagosi, you are up next. And he said, oh, yeah, so what? You are seeing other tarot readers? I'm just kidding. And they told you someone will come into your life and act like they love you and make efforts for you, but it's a trap. So you have to be alert for this person. All right. And then is this uh, so they act like your soulmate, but they're not your soulmate, and you want to know is that person it's a healer or someone else. All right, let's take a look here and see what does spirit want you to know here. So is this Sahil, the what do they call it? The impersonator, the soulmate impersonator. Let's take a look here. Imposter, that's the word I was looking for. The soulmate imposter. Is this Sahil? Well, let's take a look here. Let's get some clarity here. All right. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting here because when these first two cards come out, you're like, wow, look at this. Ace of Cups, new love, Ace of Wands, new passion, new desire coming in here. So I feel like with all of these cards coming in here that you do move into a different individual. So if this is a person of interest with you right now, I feel like this is they're having you go a different route. Because with that Ace of Wands and that Ace of Cups, that's very bright, that's very beautiful. It's um, you know, uh, a positive thing because you've got also the Queen of Cups, which is all about trusting your intuition, trusting your emotions. And with the Two of Swords, when you're making a decision, really close your eyes and see with your gut. See with the moon here is like not making a decision with the mind, but trusting your gut and your intuition. Close your eyes and see, close your eyes and open your heart. And so I feel like already. I don't feel like they're going to be able no one's going to be able to put anything by you. You're not, you're not they want to say you're not stupid. You have really finely tuned intuition, and they say to trust that because they are saying here, you got the death and rebirth and the Three of Wands. They're all saying, take a different direction. They're having you move off in a different way. And you have the Knight of Wands, which is fast. It's the fastest horse, the fastest knight in all of the suits. And so, especially you have the two horses here, it's like head off in a different direction. So I feel like with all of this that they are basically saying if you feel this is a you'll they're like waving you off to go a different direction. So I feel like, and I really don't feel like they are doing it on purpose, like they are uh, intentionally trying to misguide you and misdirect you. I just feel like they have good intentions, but there's something much, much better for you, more in alignment with your path. And they're going, just learn what you're learning with this mirror of Sahil, but they're like, you're going to go off in this different direction, that there's something more in alignment with your path and who you want to be in your future, and it's not this one. um, so everyone, and actually I did a pick a card which will be released here in at midnight my time, which is what, five 5 hours, less than 5 hours from now, which is all about soulmate and soul partner and twin flame. It's a pick a card, but I talk about each one in there, which a soulmate, we have tons of soulmates. Our family is soulmates, our friends, our coworkers. We have all these souls who we have these agreements to come down here for, to experience. And there are mirrors, and they're the people we have these agreements with, that I'm going to be this mirror for you and you're going to be this mirror for me. Then you have soul partners, which are more intimate, and not necessarily only romantic either, but they're the ones that we have a very close partnership with, where we'll end up like with them for the rest of our life. And so we have soul mates that will be stepping stones to get us to the soul partners, which could be, romantic, or it could be a family member or a best friend that we end up being the consistency in each other's lives for the rest of our life. And then you have twin flames, which will, I'll let you wait for the video if you want to get into more of all those differences. But since you mentioned soulmate, I wanted to mention that Sahil is a soulmate, but he teaches you something. But I feel like you do head off in a different direction in alignment to where you find your soul partner. So that's what they have for you, Shwani. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. Enjoy the journey. All right. Anjali, hello, hello. You are up next. And you like a general reading for the rest of December. So let's take a look here and see what they have in store for you. What would you like Anjali to know for the rest of December? Okay. Okay, what else? Okay. All right. So for December, I really feel like you are stepping into a wonderful place of taking control over your life. I feel like you are going to end up altering your course here with the Three of Wands. You kind of head off in this different direction, but I feel like you're heading off into the unknown, which I really like for you. It's not like you have to have all the like all the facts, right? Like all this um in control of it all. I feel like the emperor is like I'm really taking command, but I want to go off on an adventure. I'm ready for this newness to come in. So you have two major arcana out of those three cards. And then you also have the hermit and the high priestess, which is also about this adventure. I feel is really an internal adventure because the high priestess steps back into her high temple and connects, both inward and upward and into her emotions. And the hermit goes inward and connects to their higher self, and it takes them on that path too. So that's four major arcana. And then you have two royalty. So Queen of Pentacles is a new birth. So that's why I feel like this new adventure, but it's also Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So I feel like you're turning again, focusing on nurturing yourself and allowing yourself to take care of you and look into you. And then the Knight of Wands is the fastest running horse in all of it. So it brings in passion, but it brings in fast movement within as well. So I feel like this month really is this month of you move inward, but you make so much progress and movement within that it ends up rolling out into the outside world too, which I like for you. It's like you just kind of take some time to yourself, and in doing that you're just really understanding and seeing with such clarity with that hermit card and that high priestess what it is you really want to do. And it becomes like this, like that lantern becomes a bright star in the sky guiding you, and you're just like, I'm moving, I'm taking action, and you're moving forward and doing things. But I feel like you're doing a lot of things independently and alone. With it all, you're just really enjoying the time with you in December. So you are taking, doesn't mean you're becoming a complete hermit, but you are taking significantly more time for you to nurture yourself and mother yourself. And because of that, you just feel glowing. You just feel your life flowing in new directions. So I like it for you. So that's what they have for you, Anjali. Many blessings. Hey, Kay. And you want to know how your DM is feeling towards you currently? Let's take a look here. Okay, nope. All right, that one. Let's see what we got here. Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, all right. Well, it seems like they are pretty happy. You have the Three of Cups, which is the joy and celebration card, and the Ace of Pentacles, which is new opportunities, and the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. So, um, all of these three cards together is like a wonderful um, combination, right? And so I really like this for you. It just feels like they are feeling like very happy and very joyful, um, and it just feels like a nice, uh, like I said, joyful, emotionally joyful time for them right now. So I feel like currently this is how they feel for you here. Yeah, because there's just so much joy and so much brightness and so much wish fulfillment feelings that it is very positive. It's a very easy breezy message coming through there. So that is it. Okay. So you're like, all right, you can relax. Good times ahead. So I like that for you. So many blessings. That's what they have. All right. So Divine Goddess, you are up next. So let's take a look here. There you go. Inner engineering your higher self. I love that, Anjali. All right. So, Divine Goddess, what does Spirit want you to know? All right. Well, I do like that you're moving from like emotional I wouldn't say confusion. I just feel like a abundance of emotion that's been coming in lately. Moving into the 4 of cups is like emotional stability. So I feel like there's been a lot going on, a lot happening, and now you're ready to move into this calmer place. You know, it's just balanced emotions. And I do like that because it feels like here you've been doing a lot of work both internally and externally. And I feel like that's what's been going on. Just a lot of investment of energy, emotional energy in the outside world, which is allowing you with this Eight of Pentacles for this movement also. So I feel like there's been this work, internal, mental. It just like feels like 360. You've just been working on a bunch of stuff and it's like, okay, finally some things are completing, which brings you the stability because you don't feel like you are trying to fill too many cups. And then there's movement forward in your outside world. Because you also have the Queen of Pentacles, which means abundance in the outside world, and the Page of Cups, which is higher love, newer love, higher expanded love, and emotion as well. So I feel like this is what comes here shortly after all of this unfolds. So I do like this for you. I like that Page of Cups also representing inner love and the Queen of Pentacles, also Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So taking care of yourself and allowing it to um, allow yourself to receive these benefits, receive the harvest for what you've been doing, and allow it to come to you, allow it to flow to you. And again, I feel like that self love is such a huge piece of it all because they want your inner vibration to match that of the harvest so that you can receive it. Because if you don't feel that you're worthy to receive all this wonderful harvest that's coming your way, then you don't draw it to you because you can't see it. It's like when we love ourselves very, very small. I don't feel like it's like that small, but it's just for the example. No matter what flood comes in, it's just going to drip in. It's the funnel. It just if it has that a tight space in that funnel, it doesn't flow in. If the has a wider spout, then more of it comes in. And I feel like that's what they're wanting you to realize that you can expand the self love even more because you have so much headed your way that it will allow it to flow in for you. So I like it for you. So that's what they have for you right now, Divine Goddess. So many blessings to you. All right. So, Shruti Kumari, you are up next and you'd like a general reading. So let's take a look here and see what's coming in. All right. How would you like Shruti to know, please? Wow. All right. So you have the wheel of, it calls it the wheel of the year, but this is like the wheel of fortune, which is things are about to switch and change for you, which you will see as fortunate. So there's this ending and these new beginnings that are coming in. And I mean, you have the full card too, which is ending of old cycles and new beginnings coming in. So I really like that. And you also have the Page of Swords, which is about new communication, new thoughts, new creativity. Also, being able, the Page of Swords is like this uh, wanting to seek and understand higher truths. And in doing that, you set yourself free in so many ways because with that Ace of Swords, you're able to cut away old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that no longer serve you. I mean, and you have both the Page and the Knight. So you are definitely in pursuit of higher truths and higher understanding of what is going on in your life and why you want the things that you want and why you expect the things that you want. Also can represent higher education If you are wanting to pursue more schooling or higher schooling, that is a thumbs up from spirit saying this is beneficial for you, and it is part of your adventure. So if you were wondering if you should or not, they're saying that it's in your highest experience to do that because they are seeing great things for that for you. And then you also have the King of Cups, which is the balancing of heart and mind, because he not only rules over the water and emotions, they also, all the kings are given air, which is the mind, the swords. So this is this balancing heart and mind. And so when you're doing all this thinking and all this pursuing, like if it is school as an example, if you were like, yeah, I want to go to school, get more education or higher education, or they're like, let your passion also have a say so. Let your heart be in there, not just what's logical and what people are saying you're supposed to go after. It's like, what do you want in your heart? Let them have a seat at the table when you're making these decisions, because that wheel of fortune, things are changing. This new adventure is coming, and it's a bright change. It's a bright new adventure, like we said, is that you see as fortunate. So I really like it for you. So some good things coming for you, Shruti. So I'm liking it. Many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now. All right, Christy O'Connor, you are up. And you would also like a general reading. Let's take a look and see what Spirit wants you to know here. Okay, there we go. What else? What else for Christy? All right. So I do have the Six of Cups coming out first for you, which can mean like memories and nostalgia, looking back at over, transforming some old emotions, but it can also mean someone making themselves known from your past. And I really feel like that is more the case because you do have the Ace of Pentacles, which is new opportunities that are opening up. And you also have the Knight of Swords, which the Knight of Swords is questing after higher truth and seeing things from a different perspective. So I feel like whoever this relationship might be, this person, it doesn't necessarily need to be romantic. It can be an old friend or family member, someone that you kind of drifted away from. Either they moved away or you had a falling out of some sort, but they're making themselves seen again on purpose, for a purpose, for you to really question your thoughts and beliefs around the situation. So, and because you do look at it from a higher perspective and not from the way you were back then, because you are definitely not the person you were back then. You're so much different, and you have so much more freedom and free thinking that you actually give the individual an opportunity, because you see it differently. And then this opens up a new opportunity with this Ace of Pentacles of friendship and of one, I feel like it releases some old emotions that you didn't realize were being energy was being invested in upholding it. Um, and then also it just allows you to have a friend that you really enjoyed, but there was something that came between you guys. And, now you have um, someone that you really kind of cherished before, but they're not the same person they were either, and it's like a new adventure because neither of you are the same person, but there's enough of the fun there that it still brings this joy into your life because of it. And you have the strength card coming in here too, which is an important, you can see the infinity symbol up here, your higher self and your human self. So there is also this nudge to spend time with your higher self, because they're the ones that are going to give you the joy and the love that you are searching for. And it's such an important connection that they're just saying, just remember, I'm your best friend, not them, because that's really where you have your fullness and your wholeness is from your higher self and this beautiful relationship that you're developing with them. So there, continue that. You can still have, will allow you to have other friends, but just remember, I'm your best friend. I like that's funny. So that's what they have for you, Christy. Many blessings for you. All right. So Kritika, you are up next. You want to know what blessings are coming in your career. Let's take a look here. All right. Well, okay. Yeah, you definitely have some wonderful things coming here. I mean, you have the Hanged Man, which is telling you just trust the process that things are unfolding exactly in divine timing, because there is this, it's like a caterpillar. Takes time for it to transform into a butterfly, or baking bread. It takes time for it to be cooked right. Otherwise, it's going to be all gooey and gross in the middle. So they're saying, trust the process as things unfold. I like the number 12 of the Hanged Man coming here, because they're like, December is a month of where things I feel will start to have movement, but you're not going to see like the birth of the butterfly to more January, February. And I really like that you have both the Lovers card and the Two of Cups, which both have to do with emotional choice. So, since we're talking about career, this is about trusting your emotions and understand your, and let me just show you all these, because this is all about following your passion. You've got the Ace of Cups, you've got the Lovers, and the Two of Cups. All of this would represent new love if it was a relationship reading, but it's a career reading, which means this is about living your passion. What is your heart's desire? And while you're in this, hanged man kind of mode here, it's like you're having this pause happen in your career, because like spirit wants you to really look into your heart and go, what is it you really want to do? What would make your heart sing? Not just your mind, because you also have the Queen of Swords, which swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, but all the queens are also given water, which is balancing heart and mind. So, really taking into consideration what it makes your heart sing, get out of the mind there. I feel like one of the things that uh, keeps you from doing that is the Five of Pentacles, which is the feelings of abandonment, of being out in the cold, left behind, and also about where would my sustenance come from. And I think that's what's in the mind, is like, I need to make a lot of money, is the example, so I can make sure I have everything I need. But that is this belief that what we need comes from the outside world and not from up above. It's the creator, it's source, it's the mother and father of all things that brings you what you need in each moment. But it's the what I want in each moment that is the Five of Pentacles, kind of being an obstacle of you being able to live your dream. What are you willing to not have in order to live your heart's desire? You know, the car, the home, the clothes, the food. Like, what are you willing to not have of a want, knowing that your needs will be met, but following your heart. And I feel like this is all this, they're pointing you back to your passion, your passion, not what you think is what everyone would want you to do, or what's the right thing to do. It's like your heart is the one that wants to lead the career path, because it knows that when the mind gets what it wants, yeah, you're checking off boxes, and maybe other people are going to go, yes, you are doing what you should be doing. But then you wake up every day and your heart's not in it. You're just going in and doing the job, getting the money, getting the things, but your heart's not happy, and your heart wants to be happy. So that's what they have for you, Kritika. So many blessings for you. All right. So, random, you are up next. So, what is the next big change in your life that you don't see coming? All right. You are welcome, Kay and Christy and Shwani. You're very welcome. All right. So, random, what's the big. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Well, there is something coming because you have the Tower card, which is about something being moved out of your life for you to make space for something or for movement. And you got the World card, which is also about significant endings of cycles and new beginnings. And you got the Ace of Wands, which is out a new passion, new excitement, new energy coming in. So let's take a look here. What area of your life, if they'll let you know? Okay. Okay. You do have a change of direction coming in. So you definitely are going to be um, changing direction in relationship, job, education, finances, movement. Let's see what if they'll tell you here. Well, they're like, good. It's the sun card, so it's going to be very bright and successful and for you because this is like one of the most successful, abundant cards in the entire deck. So they're like, yeah, you'll go there, and you have the Queen of Cups, which is all about trusting your gut, trusting your intuition, trusting your heart, and going in those directions. So it could be about love, since cups are about emotions. Let's see, anything else around this at all? Okay. So you got both the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords. So um, I feel like you're going to be getting communication coming in, both in the physical world and in your emotions. I feel like your gut instinct is going to be huge. And you have the Chariot, victory again. So I almost feel like they're being a bit vague, but they're definitely reassuring you with the Sun card and the Chariot card that this movement that's happening is victorious, and it is for you, of course. So, really, some wonderful things coming in. Let's see. Last chance. Anything else? Any hints about what area of the life it'll be? Okay. So now they gave me the knight, the king or the knight of cups. Some movement of emotions. So definitely with the queen of cups and the movement of emotions, it is going to be about romance. It is going to be in that area of your life, significant change that comes in. And so with that queen of swords, it is balancing your heart and your mind as it unfolds here. So next big change is going to be about relationship, and I like it because it's going to end up being victorious. And but they're definitely balance your mind with your heart. So definitely allow your heart to be involved and trust your gut and your intuition. But I definitely see something flowing that direction. Lot of beautiful cards. So nothing that I would freak out about in a negative way. I'd just be excited to see what's going to unfold next. So I like it. So that is what you have. So many blessings to you, Random. Right? Angel Bliss, you are up next. Hey, Serenity, there is no list. You just put your question and I follow down in order. So you can either put your question or just a general reading, and I'll get down to you eventually there. And this is probably a good time too. The list, of course, gets long fast. So if you do want your reading prioritized to make sure I do get to it, donations do get priority. So just make sure everyone knows that. So that's your public service message. All right. So, Angel Bliss, you'd like some advice from your future self. So, let's take a look here. All right. I like it. You got the Nine of Cups so far, which is wish fulfillment. Let's see what else they have here for you. All right. Okay. Wow. So so wish fulfillment coming in. So your future self is saying, wishes do come true. And so I really like this. The nine is about an inner journey. It's a wish fulfillment, emotional wish fulfillment, where you just feel full inside. And I really like it. I mean, you've got the Two of Cups, so you've got relationship coming in here. But the Queen of Pentacles, it means abundance in love. And so they want you to, make sure that you do find love. And it does feel like wish fulfillment. Um, there's also this mother nature, mother nurture. Uh, so, with the Nine of Cups, it's like, yeah, wish fulfillment, but also make sure to focus on yourself. And then this also relationship, but also it's abundant, but focus on yourself too. Make sure that you have your, mother nature, mother nurture, uh, have time for you and don't sacrifice you and ask for what you want. Um, and so I like that energy around that. And you definitely have and then you have the Ace of Swords, which is allowing you to really question your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around relationships and free yourself from the restrictions around relationships that you have. And that opens up the Fool is ending of an old cycle, maybe like doing what you always did and got what you always got, that when you question, like, what is it that you feel about yourself in a relationship, what a relationship should be, and what that other person should be in a relationship. That as you question that and free it, it allows you to go on this new adventure and have this because of that. Because if we have too many expectations around a relationship, it can restrict us and keep us trapped and not allow other people, like the person that we're going to end up in a relationship with, we won't see them because we have the blinders on, and as these get moved, we're like, "Oh, hey," and we're able to have that. So I feel like with they're definitely talking about love and relationship, but the importance too of allowing yourself to um, be free. That full card is being wide open, letting old cycles go, like it was talking about, old ways of what you expect, so that you can move forward and have something more in alignment with what your heart truly wants. And so your future self is just saying, hey, the sooner you cut away those, small t truths of fearing losing conditional love, all those restrictions on relationship, it really widens and opens up for you. So I really like that for you, Angel Bliss. So that is what they have. Many blessings for you. All right. So Anjou Tiklikar, you are up next. So you want to know what's coming towards you. Let's take a look here. And for everyone that's come in, I did post earlier. Of course, happy full moon here in about an hour and 15 minutes. The Gemini full moon is going to be at its fullest. So make sure to check out your weekly energy updates that I put out on Saturday, because it'll tell you like how you can use this full moon energy for releasing some things and unveiling some things for you too. Very powerful time. All right. So what is coming towards you, Anjou? Well, I like it. You do have this change of energy. The wands is drive, ambition, passion, your overall energy. And the energy of the Five of Wands moves from what feels like conflict and competition to something more supportive and more like loving. And I like that because whatever's coming up here for you, you do leave old ways of doing things behind and move into this new adventure because of it. So there is this unfolding and this awareness that comes. And you have the Nine of Pentacles. So you do have this wholeness and this fullness that comes from this. And but you're not in it alone. Usually there's always a bird. Yeah, there it is up there. So you have a bird up here in this garden. The nine is like the hermit's journey. So you do find this abundance independently from other people, but you have that bird, which is spirit. And so you're not alone, but you may not have someone physically bringing in this fulfillment for you because you are transforming this energy from that five is a number of change. You're moving from conflict and competition to support, and I feel like with this change of energy, uh, it's like focusing on what you're grateful for and who's assisting and who you're helping to, and it's very loving instead of fearing what someone's gonna, take our bonus or take things out of our life, and we're fearing and we're focusing on what we don't want. There's this transformation of energy that just really helps you, coming up here. But it starts with you though, with the change of attitude that you have and the change of your energy. It's like the changing of your perspective in a situation allows your life to feel more full and more complete. And it does feel like this new adventure, letting go of old ways of approaching something. So, whatever is in conflict in your life, whether it's relationship or job or education or finances or where you live or your body, it's the change of your energy that changes and starts things moving in a different direction as well. So that's what they have for you, Anju. So many blessings for you. All right. Thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up. It does help spread the love. So thank you for being a part of that. All right. So Daisy, you are up next. You want to know, what does the beginning of 2023 have in store for you, which is only a few weeks away. Can you believe it already? Feels like it just turned January, and here we are almost going into January again. So let's see, what does Spirit want you to know about the beginning of 2023? What else, please? All right, makes sense. What area of the life? Anything on that? Anything? All right. Well, so you do have the shadow card coming in at the beginning, which is good for everything else I'm seeing here, because this is just your life is being shaken up in an area of your life, questioning your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets around something that has been making you feel restricted and small and chained, where you just either there's a block where you feel like you can't move past it, either in relationship or work or whatever area of your life. You're going to know, you're going to be like, oh, I know, which does have you kind of take a step back and to really look at things with this high priestess here, because she has the power to go beyond behind the veil and look into the things that are hidden, go into the emotions, connect to the higher realms, and get some real clarity around what the block is and what this thing is that's keeping you, feeling that way, that caged. And but then it allows you to step into your power here with the King of Wands, because he has the Ace of Wands, which allows him to step forward, allows him to really, it's like entrepreneur energy. It's you're able to super focus your energy and get things done. You're protected from risk, and you're able to just really then bullet forward, instead of feeling trapped. It's almost like a little puppy they're showing him in my head who's been in like their kennel all day long, and you get home and they're like, yes, and they just tear off out into the yard and just woo, it's like this excitement, this energy, and this movement forward. And again, it's reiterated here with the tower ending. So things are being moved out of your life on purpose to make room and space for things to come in. And here, the Ace of Wands. So the king is holding the Ace of Wands. This is you transforming and allowing this new passion, this new drive that comes in. So I feel like it starts off maybe feeling a little shaky because something, gets moved out of your life that you're like, oh my gosh, what's happening? But then you see that it's so much for you and it empowers you because you're able to see the things that were keeping you held back before in an area of your life. And it's just smooth, fast. very energetic, new passion and new energy that comes in. So I like it for you, Daisy. So that's what they have for you. Many blessings. All right. Kayla B, you are up next. Kayla B. So will you and Ellie be friends again? Let's take a look here and see what they have here. Tell us about Ellie and Kayla. All right. Can you clarify that for me? Okay. Well, okay. Nope, none of those. Okay. No, they don't want that. They want that one right there. Okay. So you do have the Four of Cups, which does talk about emotional stability. So I feel like there's this opportunity to hang out. I almost feel like it's like, here's you two guys hanging out. You know, you're like, okay, let's have some talk. And it's really going to take you guys letting some stuff go. Because you have the Tower card here, which is about things being moved out of your life to allow for new things to come in. And I feel like these are the things that need to be removed because you got two tens, which is endings and new beginnings as well. 10 of Wands is all the burden, all the energy that was invested in things before, and all these expectations and disappointments and all that, conflict that was there. Both of you will be letting this go. And that is the choice that each of you has to make because it has to be blasted out of here because it's like the old shack that ended up being your relationship. This old tower is needs to end. It needs to uh, be refreshed, and it's like there's this reboot that comes in. And I like the butterfly being on here because it's like both of you were caterpillars, and caterpillars fought over the food. There's so many two caterpillars fighting over a leaf. Like I'm going to eat that. No, I'm going to eat that. And then both have gone into their cocoons, and then you both emerge from them as butterflies, and so you guys are different. And so the old stuff needs to end, like the caterpillars, how the caterpillar turns into caterpillar juice and lets a lot of things go. You both need to see that you're two new creatures, that you're not the same you were before when you were fighting over the leaf, and now it's time to turn over a new leaf. And butterflies don't care about leaves, they care about flowers, and then they can flutter and they spread pollen and nectar, and they do all that stuff, right? So I feel like as long as you guys, there is an opportunity coming up here for you guys to meet, and and the importance is to go in knowing that you are no longer the caterpillars you were, and it's to let go of the old 10 of swords and the 10 of wands, the old energy, let it go, the old expectations, and see each other as new creatures. Then you guys can be friends again. But if one of the butterflies sees the other person as a caterpillar, then there's going to be a battle again. So that's what they have, Kayla. So I do like that because there's an opportunity for two beautiful butterflies to flutter around and be social butterflies again. So I like it. They're so funny. So many blessings to you. That's what they have. Hey, Mars, you are up. And so you're planning on manifesting a specific man. I don't know why they just show me. If you ever see the movie Weird Science, I think that's the one where they created the perfect woman. That's what they had in my head. I'm gonna manifest and make the perfect specific man, not somebody you know, but the specifics of what you want them to be. So, what will they be like? You're gonna call him Virgo for now. All right, let's see here. All right, let's take a look here. Let me just get these. Okay, yeah, that makes all sense here. Oh my gosh, yeah. So, definitely, you have 3 swords, so definitely very, mindful. You know, they have the 6 of swords, so that's movement of thought, and you have the knight. I believe it was the knight. Yeah, the knight of swords, which is movement of thought, and then the king of swords. So, very much has the ability to communicate, very intelligent, very much in their head, analytical, which does make sense if that's Virgo energy. They very much are analysts and like discovering and learning new things. So that's all there. And then on the other side, because you had the oh my gosh, yeah, you had the 6. Oh my gosh, how crazy! So you had the 6 of swords, the knight of swords, and the king of swords. And then on the other side, you have the 6 of wands, the knight of wands, and the king of wands. So they're equally passionate and fiery as well. So they definitely have this movement of energy. Um, I feel like this is victory and movement and so they're not someone who just thinks, they're also someone who takes action behind their thoughts and does that, which I like. They also have the high priestess card, which so they it may make sense, you know, with all that thinking, they do a lot of good inner reflection. They're able to kind of step back and go into their high temple and do their inner work and feel like they kind of have a little bit of a um, spiritual connection as far as their intuition and so I feel like they're open to with all that investigation, with all that thinking and thoughts and all that fire, it feels like they are not bound by the normal um, like this is the belief, you know, they have a wide variety of beliefs and so they have this really open spirituality about life, not religion and that, but just spirituality. And they're so curious. That's one of the many things that they're curious about as well and have a developed intuition. So they might have some water in their chart too. And then the 3 of Cups, which is joy, joy, joy. So I feel like with all that fire energy, and all of that like maybe they are a Virgo sun but they have like water, it's almost like they're like uh third earth, a third fire, and a third emotion, right? And so they got all 3 of those, which would be the one that they'd be missing. So earth, fire, oh, and air. Actually, they would have all of them here then, right? Yeah. Well, cups. So they got the fire, they have the air. Yeah. So they have all the thinking and all those things. And Virgo, if they are a Virgo, would have the earth element. But I kind of feel like that's just their sun sign. Everything else is like equally balanced in all these different areas. So I do like that. It just feels like they're just a well balanced individual with all those in there, and that was so freaky with the 6 in each side and the knight in each side and the king on each side. So that's why I feel balanced too. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they have for you, Mars, Mars. So many blessings for you. All right. And Era Evangeline, you are up next. And say, will you have luck getting a job in the fashion industry? Well, let's take a look here. Will you have luck in fashion? That's a lot of cards there. All right. So you have the 7 of swords that comes up. And the 7 of swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And the 7 of swords is like what of your own thoughts and your own beliefs and mindsets is stealing from you. And I like that with this King of Wands because what I feel is this is like the entrepreneur card, right? And this is about you having the fire and the drive to make things happen and to go places, right? It's entrepreneur too. It's like someday you will have the opportunity to start your own business and be in there, but don't let your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets restrict you and cheat you out of opportunities either. Because you have the 2 of cups, which is emotional choice. And that, I don't feel like it's representing, love. I feel like it's you following your passion. And I feel like it's the bringing together of two different things around fashion. Two things that maybe weren't normally the same because you have the 5 of Wands, which represents like competition and conflict, and the energy moves into something that is cohesive and loving. And so that's why I feel like it's something that normally wouldn't go together, but you bring it together. So that's what I like with that. Let me see anything else here. Yeah, because you have the death card, which is the endings and new beginnings, a rebirth. And you have the star card, which is wish fulfillment. So that's what I feel like, that there's this unique way that you marry things together that allows you just to put an ending of the way things are normally done, and you bring in this new idea, this new wish, this new way of dealing with it, because you have the Queen of Pentacles. It's abundance, it's rebirth, it's mother nature, mother nurture. And so I really feel like it's a new birth type of thing with that death and that rebirth. I just feel like this wish fulfillment comes in here for you. So I feel like you will get a job in the industry, but you won't be in it for long because you're going to have all these ideas and all these wishes, and you're going to be able to really bring fashion in a different way that is so unique, and marrying it with something else. That 2 of Cups, I just feel like you're going to bring two different things together. And there's this wish of like, oh, if I could just bring, fashion with this, boom. And then you find ways to make it happen. So I do like that for you, Aaron. So many blessings for you. That's what they have for you right now. All right. So, Skyfalls, you are up next. You want to know if you're going back to Alabama soon. All right, let's take a look here. Is there going to be movement back to Alabama? See what we got going on here. Well, so you have the Strength card here, which I feel like this is more inner strength. It's more not like really a movement card. It's more of a reflecting inward and upward in making a decision of moving back there. Because you have the Page of Swords, which is about new thoughts and new beliefs and new mindsets around things, expectations, cutting away um, ways that you were looking at regarding the, the opportunity or the need, or just the overall thinking process around it. Because you have the High Priestess too, which is about taking a step back, really trying to look at things from a different perspective. I mean, that both that Ace of Swords, I mean, the Page of Swords, and the High Priestess is about seeing things from up above, from a higher perspective, really going beyond the veil, seeing what's hidden, trusting your gut and your intuition, You have the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands is about victory and recognition too. So I just I don't feel like it's having you go back to Alabama like on a for a permanent anyway. Let me see here. So you do have the Knight of Wands, which the Knight of Wands is about fast movement. So I feel like maybe you'll make a trip back, but if you were wondering if it's a permanent move, I don't feel it will be. I feel like you're going to make, like, if you make a trip back very fast, that you're going to see that it's not for me at this time. Like, you're going to see that you just see uh, things differently. It's like they're showing me, like when you go to visit somewhere and everyone's like, "Oh my god, you're so wonderful and exciting," and they take time off of work and they spend time with you, and you think, "Wow, this is how it's gonna be if I move back here." It ain't, because when you move back, they're all having their lives, and it's not gonna be that way, and I feel like that's like, you're gonna get a little picture of like, yeah, this isn't, it's like people are gonna be busy and you're only gonna get to see people here and there type of thing, and you're just like, yeah, this isn't going to match what I thought it would be, and you get a clear picture when you go and visit there. So I heard a weird noise outside. I think it's the wind. But that's what they have for you there, Skyfall. So I feel like there'll be a fast trip, but I don't feel like if you're wanting to move there, I don't see that happening. So that's what they have. So many blessings for you. Okay. Okay, maybe it was my tea. I was like, I was hearing this ticking sound, and I'm like, "Uh-oh, I'm starting to hear stuff, I'm getting old. It happens." All right. So many blessings to you, Skyfalls. All right. All right. So is that Tete Wood? You are up next and do like a general reading. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit has for you. All right. Let's see what we got going on. So you do have the Hanged Man, and I kind of feel like you're in this paused period right now where things just seem to be going really slow, like they're on a frame by frame type of unfolding for you. And it is happening on purpose, for a purpose. You have your shadow here. And so there's this time of working on an area of your life where you just feel like, and it's going to be very obvious, the uh, messages that are coming in. It's almost like you're going to see, like, you have five friends who are going through the exact same thing, and you're like, oh, okay, so this is for me to see, and this is about me. So you're going to be seeing these mirrors around a certain situation coming in. It could be around the Three of Cups. Does mean Spirit is around you, that your posse of support is around you, because that's definitely them saying, while you're in the shadow period and you have all this stuff, just know we are around you, supporting you. Everything's unfolding for you so that you could see these things and be set free from something that is making you feel bound and restricted. But the Three of Cups can also mean, if it's relationship that you're looking into, three-party situations where, um, perhaps in the past um, someone was unfaithful in a relationship, or, that type of thing. Um, I feel like that is part of this unfolding. Let me see what else they have here for you. Yeah, because it is a time for you to really consider what emotions no longer serve you and what you're leaving behind, because the Eight of Cups is about leaving behind these emotions, and she heads off. And I love how they have the stars here, because this is you leave the 8 of Cups to go to the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, and so you're headed off into this different direction because of this. And you do have the Ace of Wands, which is new passion, new drive. But I feel like this little pausing period is the Hanged Man, is you reflecting, looking at what emotions you want to let go of around, that type of scenario, about those disappointments in emotions. And maybe it's not necessarily a three party where someone was unfaithful, but it could also be like a friend that made you, you felt like a third wheel with, uh, like a best friend. Suddenly you were they have a new best friend type of thing too. Just where you felt betrayed, where you felt, with the three people kind of a situation. But you are leaving behind emotions that no longer serve you during this period. And so that's why everything's going slow, to give you opportunity to do that, which then opens you up to new passion and new experiences and new energy. And all that energy that you were using before to maintain those emotions that no longer serve you, all that emotional energy comes back to you too. So you have this vibrancy and this energy that returns. So that's what they have for you. So I like it. Many blessings to you. Would. All right, Brenda, you are up. You want to know what would be the next step taken by your in laws towards you? Let's take a look here. See what Spirit would like you to know. All right. So for Brenda and in laws. Okay. All right. Let's take a look here. Well, I do like this. It's like Spirit is saying, really look at the emotions that are no longer serving you. And when you're able to leave behind those emotions, then you do move into a place of more of wish fulfillment, of this feeling of abundance, because you have the 10, the wheel of fortune comes in, where things make a turn in your favor, where you feel more fortunate. But it takes leaving behind these old emotions that do not serve you. Because in addition to the wheel of fortune, the wheel of the year, the wheel of fortune, you have the Queen of Pentacles, which is about abundance, new birth, things feeling like they're overflowing there for you. And it also, the Queen of Pentacles, she has the Ace of Pentacles there, which she begins to look at her worth in relation, in a new way, how she relates her worth to the outside world. So your worth, as you see it to your in-laws, changes as you leave behind these emotions around your in-laws that are no longer serving you. You do have the Two of Pentacles coming in, which is this balancing out of things. So things, instead of be feeling out of balance, things come more into balance in your outside world because of that emotional change that you have. You have the Hanged Man here, and usually this can mean patience and things moving slow, but I feel like they're saying it's time is up. The patience, the hanging around, the waiting, it's coming to an end. This um, period of time that the caterpillar has been inside of the cocoon, it's time for the butterfly to fly. It's time for the butterfly to flutter and go in a different direction. Yeah, and you have the Emperor card coming in here, which is about ruling over your life and deciding what it is next you want to be able to feel like your life is stabilized. Um, yeah, and the other Three of Cups, which is spirit surrounding you, and also joy. So I feel like the huge thing that triggers all this change and allows the flow to happen, again, it all comes back to leaving behind the emotions that no longer serve. And then with that emotional energy change, then things start to flow differently in the outside world. That just feels like such a fortunate and beautiful experience on the outside. So I like it. So that's what they have for you, Brenda. So many blessings to you. All right. So Angelina, you are up next. You want to know, how will your 2023 be? Any surprises? Let's take a look here and see what they're wanting to let you know. All right. Any surprises for Angelina in 2023? Whoa. A ton. Oh my gosh. No, that's too many cards. They just were slippery. Well, you have a balanced life in your outside world. Is that a surprise? You're like, oh my gosh, yeah. Let's take a look here. Let's see what else they want you to know here. Wow. Yeah. So you have the wheel of the year. So you do have a change, endings and new beginnings. That does feel like very fortunate, because you have the full card too, which is um, the first card in the major arcana. So it's new adventure. Old ways end and new ways begin. And so you do have a wonderful change that happens here that really brings things into wonderful balance for you. Let me see. Can you tell us what area of the life it is here? Well, you got the Queen of Pentacles too. So abundance, new birth, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So you definitely, it feels very abundant for you. So things definitely turn in your favor here. Could be love, Knight of Cups. There's the Prince Charming coming in, the romantic movement of love that comes in here. And I kind of feel like, let me see if it's sudden here. Um, well, so you do have the High Priestess and the Devil card, or the Shadow. So there is some period of reflection where you kind of take a step back, look at your belief and mindsets and how you approach things in your life. And this is such a huge piece of the puzzle here. It's like you do this work, because that's what the shadow card, the shadow side, is Capricorn energy. It's Saturn. And Saturn is the one that gives you a task and says, question this, look into this. Why do you believe what you believe? And if you do the work, then this huge reward comes because of it. And I feel like that is what happens here, is really looking into what is the biggest block you feel you have. And if it's regarding love, that would make sense with the cards that came out. And if it's like, okay, so when you look at that, what are your beliefs around it? And what do you feel are your biggest blocks? And it's taking that high priestess time away and really look into it to see how it's been restrictive, then boom, this wheel of fortune changes, and this, your whole life just switches up in a beautiful way. So it's like, almost feels like that it's out of balance this way, and then it goes out of balance in a good way in the other direction. So I like that for you, Angelina. So many blessings. That's what they have for you right now. All right. And the next free reading up is Pulami Sarkar. And you would like a general reading for love life. Absolutely. So let's take a look here. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. Well, you do have both the Ace of Swords and the King of Swords. King of Swords, double mind, not double minded, but like they rule over air, and then all the kings are given air. So they're really into their thoughts, their beliefs, their mindsets. They're master communicators too. But he holds the Ace of Swords, which you're being granted here, which allows you to see things from a higher point of view. These allow you to see capital T truths that are rooted in unconditional love. And it allows you to cut away all those thoughts and those beliefs and those mindsets that are rooted in the fear of losing a conditional love. And so when you're asking for a love reading and all the swords comes in like this, it is about a period of time to look at, what do I want? My mind is going to be telling me all this stuff about who I should be, who someone's supposed to be, what a relationship is supposed to be, and how it's supposed to unfold, and how do I get one, and all this stuff. And it's like, well, it's not happening. Well, it's because there's so many restrictions we have, that opportunities are out here for relationships, but we have been had so many limitations and expectations that we have it down to like, this is how it has to happen. And sometimes spirit says, well, this relationship in here is on back order for 1,000 years, but there's some other sooner ones out here if you open up your expectations and really question, why is it that I want those things? And so that freedom comes. And then you do have the Page of Pentacles, which is about new opportunities opening up in the outside world too. So you do have this that comes from that, which is great, because the Page of Pentacles also has to do with this thinking, and the when you're looking at things, this is a new way of looking at your worth in relation to the outside world too. So you start changing your energy that's more in alignment with where you want to head and who you want to be. Oh my gosh, yeah. And then the Knight of Wands is the fastest moving knight out of them all. And then you find love. So it's like you do the work and you really look at those things. And then love comes in very fast for you after that, these opportunities, because of all those expectations. It's like you almost have yourself in a cage, and it keeps you from being able to move forward in love. And it's like when we do what we've always done, we get what we always got, and then you're releasing, changing your vibration of love to where you attract different type of love that's more in alignment with your heart than your mind, that you would have gotten before. So that's what they have for you, Palami. So many blessings to you. Right, Alexis, you are up. Need like a general reading for your current situation. All right. So, Alexis, let's see what we've got going on. All right. All right. Well, you do have movement definitely coming here. And I'll tell you why. Because you've got the Chariot card, which is the big card of movement. It's the major arcana kind of knights, two horses pulling the chariot very fast. You have the Knight of Cups, which is movement of emotion. And you have the Eight of Pentacles, which is movement in the outside world. So there is this movement that's happening. And I feel like it really zeroing in here on love coming in, and that there's this change of emotion, this upgrade, this in the outside world regarding love coming in here. And it's a victory card, so it's very positive coming in here. I mean, you have the Three of Swords, and I feel like this is the fear that keeps you back from allowing that to happen, right? Because you've had disappointments, you've had expectations, you've had heartbreak, and this is what we fear will happen again. And there's a wonderful story that unfolds with these two cards together, because the Three of Swords tells us that we have stories of being heartbroken, and that we feel that we our heart can break, but it can't. We just feel fear. That's the prick in our heart. That's what makes it feel like we have swords that are stuck in, is because we fear that we will not be, that there's something wrong with us. That's why someone disappointed us or cheated on us or talked to us that way, or whatever it is that made us feel so disappointed. We feel that it was because we weren't worthy, and that we're not going to find love again. And so we have this fear that kicks in. and and that's what makes us hesitate in allowing love again to come in. But the Chariot card is a powerful card because it brings us a beautiful message that we are the ones that get to choose what story we put to any situation and what emotion we want to feel as we go through it. And I know it doesn't seem like that way, does it? Because something like someone does something and we feel like this is what it means and this is how I feel. I don't feel like I chose, it just happened and this is what I thought and felt. Well, Spirit was like, well, let's take a look. And they show me every human child. We're all given these popular opinions on what something is supposed to mean when it happens, like what story you're supposed to put to that. Like when you get cheated on, it's supposed to be that you are unworthy and that you must have done something wrong to push them away or blah, 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 whatever that is. And then also the emotion, it's supposed to be devastating. But we get these popular opinions and we take that opinion on as our own because we're kids, we don't know any better. And then it becomes our habit to think that way and feel that way. And then it becomes our reaction where it happens so fast, we don't feel like we're making a choice at all. It just happens. But Spirit shows that we can make a difference. Like, it's like losing a job. We're taught that that's bad and that we're supposed to be devastated by it, right? But what if it was a toxic relationship I was having with my job? They were abusing me and I was, working extra hours, not getting paid very well. And they were pouring all this stuff on me and not giving me any recognition for it or whatever, just very a bad relationship with a job. It could be a bad relationship with a person too. But then they fire you and you're like, I would never have left because I was afraid I wouldn't find another job. But now that they fired me and they ended the relationship, I can go find something more in alignment with what I want. And now I'm put in a position. So I could actually look at losing a job as something that's great and that feel wonderful about it and freeing because I wasn't going to break up with them. So I'm glad they broke up with me. And so there's this power of choice that's coming in here. And I feel like this for your current situation, they're allowing you to see the power that you have regarding it and that you can change your habit on the story that you apply to your current situation and what emotion you want to feel as you're going through it. And you get to take your power back. It's no longer what people say it should mean or how you should feel. You're like, I'm going to decide. I get to take my power back instead of being at the whim of opinion of the outside world. So that's what they have for you, Alexis. So I love the power coming in there. So many blessings for you. All right. So, Naomi, you are up and you'd like to know what's going on with your Pisces, with this Pisces. All right. So let's take a look here and see what they have for you. All right. Well, a lot of royalty in here. So you had the King of Cups, which would represent Pisces. They roll over water. And it's a balancing of heart and mind. So I feel like they do have a lot of thinking going on, I feel. So you have the shadow, um, which is they have these challenges that are coming in their life right now that are making them really question some deep-seated thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about their life. Um, and the Knight of Pentacles coming in here is it's something that is in the outside world that's moving very, very slowly. And uh, it's like there's this, they almost feel like it's a slow torture for whatever's going on in their life because they just feel like it's taking forever for results to be seen in the outside world, but they're doing so much inner contemplation that they're almost impatient that the outside world is not catching up to what's going on in the inside. They have the King of Wands, which is a lot of passion, a lot of fire, a lot of focus and energy. It's entrepreneur energy, but they have a lot of fire that's going on inside. I almost feel like this shadow side, and this usually doesn't mean anger for me, but I feel like there's just a lot of anger that's being ignited within them with this inner reflection that's going on. And then the impatience on the outside is not helping them. They're just getting frustrated about these beliefs and these mindsets. Yeah, and even of the Queen of Wands. So a lot of passion, a lot of energy that's just they're frustrated. Let's see what else they have here. Well, they have intemperance, balance, and patience. They're not doing very well with the patience thing here. They are just becoming very, very impatient with something that's going on um, in the outside world. Yeah, here's the Ace of Wands. So more passion, more just, I feel like their fire uh, is just igniting. Yeah, because their balance is what is necessary for them. But I feel like it's so out of balance on their life. They just feel very out of balance, because the temperance is about it's taking time for balancing to happen. The tempering is that's going from one to the other. And so they have so much that's going on here um, inside. And so I feel like they are whatever they're dealing with that shadow has really, really ignited some old emotions that's been going on inside of them. Yeah, because you have the Ace of Cups. So it's like new passion, new love is what is happening inside of them. But I feel like that's what they're needing to balance within them is connecting to the Ace of Cups, which is full of the unconditional love from up above. And I feel like they're trying so hard to make things happen. And really, to balance it, they just need to become a cup, a chalice. They need to allow things to come to them, fill them up and overflow, but they're trying to force some things to happen in the outside world, and it ain't happening. I just feel like they're so frustrated about whatever they have this strong desire of something to happen is not happening. And it's happening on purpose for that shadow because they're whenever there's like this pause that's happening, it's because the universe is wanting them to look at something within them and work on it. But they are resisting, they are being stubborn about it, and they're trying to force things on the outside. And it's like, ain't gonna happen. You can't force it to go any faster. It's like they're showing me they're trying to push like a train full of all the carts, and they're in the back and they're trying to push it all. They want it to go faster, but they're not strong enough to make all that stuff go faster. It's not doing anything but straining them and making them frustrated. And so I feel like that balancing coming in is about them being patient and allowing things to flow, in their uh, proper timing, but to focus in on what the shadow is wanting him to look at. But it's almost like they're trying to do so much outside activity, trying to make that Knight of Pentacles move, make the train move. It's like, just come back in the train and work on this, and then things will automatically speed up. So I kind of feel like that's what's going on with them. They got this thing inside that their spirit wants them to work on, but they're being stubborn. so so that's what they have for you, Naomi. So all you can do is get some popcorn and watch. That's all you can do, and send them love. but you can't do anything about it. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings. All right. Let's see where we are here. All right, Serenity. And you want to know, why do people block and speak to you in the club? So let me just make sure my microphone, let me just move my microphone. I could probably see it. You're welcome, Naomi. So you want to know why people are not speaking to you at the club? Okay, we'll take a look here. So what is going on? Okay. Whoa. What else? All right. So you do have the Page of Swords here, and so I can see here, they're talking about swords is communication and new communication. And I feel like new communication, that whatever's going on here will flow forward here coming up. I feel like why it's happening right now is because the Queen of Pentacles is about Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. And it's like your spiritual posse is having you reflect on you. And that's why there's this block of people that are going, on around you. If you ever feel like you've been ostracized, it's because spirit has brought you into this space that they want you to interact with them, that your higher self wants you to have this alone time because it's an important time to reflect within you. You have the karma card, which is normally the judgment card. It's normally a huge angel, which is your higher self, drawing you into this relationship with a horn, trying to have you communicate and interact with them. It's like they're calling you, going, I'm going to block everyone else so that you'll listen to me because it's time for us to have this chat. And it's about this five here. It says it's the high priest, but this is about being understanding what your truth is. What is your capital T truth? And so it's like you're being kept away from individuals for you to do this inner reflection to find out what it is that you want in your life. Who are you? What is your ultimate capital T truth? And they're wanting you to stand in that. And I feel like they're wanting you to really connect to that so that you won't be swayed and go these different directions with different people. Because you have the Hanged Man here, which is also about patience and being pulled away to see things from a higher perspective, to see things from your higher self. And it kind of is like a cocoon, you hang upside down. And so you're being taken and purposely moved away from people so that you can really hear yourself instead of all the noise of everyone else. I mean, and then you have the Ace of Swords too, which is all about connecting to the capital T truths so you can cut away these small T truths of all these opinions of everyone else around you. And so you have both the page and the sword, Ace of Swords, which is this is what he's yielding here, which is all about connecting to higher truths and cutting away all those other opinions of other people. So, especially with all three of these, this is all about connecting to your inner truth, and it's just your spirit, your spiritual posse. They're all blocking other people from you so that you're not taken off from being your authentic self by their opinion, by their thoughts, their beliefs. It's you finding your own truth and being able to stand on that And then the communication will speed back up. But for now, you're kind of like spirit, your higher self and your little support team, your spirit support team wants you for themselves to go through this with them. So that's what they are bringing for you right now, serenity of the soul. So, hey, accept that invitation. They're a great group to be around. They love you unconditionally, and they're there. They're doing it for you, not doing it to you. So that's what they have. So many blessings for you, Serenity. All right. So, Yavi, you are up next. Let's see what we got going on here. How does C feel about you? All right. So, Yavi, how does C feel about you? That was a lot of cards. Sorry. Okay. Anything else? Nope. It seems like they've had a lot of emotional confusion around around you right now. So there's a lot of just a lot of emotion that's coming at them. The Six of Swords is this movement of thought and belief and expectation. So there is this change from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. And let me see what we got going on here. Because, yeah, the Seven of Pentacles is about as things start to unfold, and there's like this um, in the middle, when they start to see the fruit grow, there's this change of direction, and they're looking into new opportunities. So they're kind of looking at like as they've been waiting for things to unfold, and they start to feel things. It's just like it feel like they're being drawn off into a different opportunity, into a different place. And I don't see like the Seven of Cups is the emotional confusion, but I feel like where they're being drawn off in here, the Emperor is about them really wanting to take charge over their life. And of course, the death and rebirth, I feel like they're just going through this huge switch, this huge shift in their life in general. And it's just taking them off. So I almost feel like they have had so much emotional stuff going on, but they have all this stuff that's happening in their outside life that they're having this change and they have to go in this direction. And I almost feel like they put this in the background because they're focusing on all of this stuff in the foreground. So it almost feels like they don't have time to think or to feel about people because they have so much going on in their life that they have nothing left over. So I kind of feel like they're just put emotions on a pause while they're investing everything in the outside world, trying to get stability, trying to get things happening because they've had some significant endings and new beginnings that have happened in their life. So Yavi, I don't I'm not getting any like feelings. They're just like all about movement and change in their outside world. So that's what they have for you right now. So all you can do is go, okay, like I said before, grab some popcorn and watch what's unfolding with them. Because once they get everything kind of stable, then they'll reactivate emotion later. And then we can see what they're feeling. But right now, I feel like they're all up in their head. So that's what they have, Yavi. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. So VD Jalan, you are up next. Anyone know what stage of your life are you in, career and love wise? Let's take a look here, see what spirit has to say for you here. Okay, and anything else? Yeah. So I kind of feel like you're at a point in your life, you're just trying to decide with love and career just what you really want. I kind of feel like because you have the wish fulfillment card here, you have the joy, um, and all this abundant feeling, but I feel like that's what you're trying to figure out. You have all these things like, okay, which of these things do I feel is going to give me this? And you're trying to figure out, all right, I've experienced stuff, but so I think I'm getting an idea. I'm down to these 7 things that I feel would bring me joy in my life. And you're like, but where am I going to invest the energy? Which one do I want? And I think that's what you're kind of in this crossroads where there's not even like a fork in the road. It's like there's 7 forks in the road, and you're just really trying to figure out what you want to do and where you want to go. Because you've got the 10 of wands, which is like you have all this energy, this burden of what you want to do with your life, and it's really figuring it out. The Knight of Swords is you trying to see things from a higher perspective. This knight quests after capital T, truth and knowledge. And I feel like you're trying to figure out, where do I want to invest my energy? I don't want to waste it. And so I have these 7 things, and I don't want to make a wrong choice. And I feel like you you're doing a lot of thinking, a lot of contemplating about, which way do I go? Which way do I go? And the moon card is like your last card, which says trust your intuition, go inward and upward. It's like the high priestess. Really reflect and see what it is your passion is. What does your heart say? Which one to choose? Make sure your heart also has a say so in what your wish is and where you want to head. And so I feel like, what stage of life are you in? It's like I'm trying to figure out uh, what I want to do with all those 10 of wands. It's like, if you invest 10 wands in 10 things, you're only moving one step up in each. And it feels like you're ready to like throw some cups away so that you can narrow it down in at least 2 things. Then you have maybe 5 and 5 or 9 and 1, but you're investing your energy into fewer things to go further in there. But I feel like you're just at this place in your life where you're questioning, what is my wish fulfillment? I've done enough where things are not fulfilling me. I'm trying to really determine what is my wish fulfillment in both work and in love, and what I want to do. And so I kind of feel like you're in that. It's almost like not quite midlife crisis, where it's like all this stuff is not fulfilling. Now I want to go and just do crazy stuff. No, you're wanting just to limit where you're investing your energy, so that and you're realizing the things that you don't want anymore to invest energy in. And I feel like you're going to be making decisions on that soon. But I kind of feel like you're in that, standing in that 7 forks in the road. Which direction do you want to head off in? So that's what I feel for you, VD. So that's what they have. Many blessings to you. All right. You are welcome, Palami. Hey, Garnet. Welcome from England. Right, Pisces, you are up. And oh, there you go. So actually, you'll be right after Dr. Sky there. I saw a question, but any more slots? Yeah, absolutely. So you'll be up here. Dr. Sky, welcome. And so, what good is coming to you in 2023? All right. So, what's good is coming to you in 2023? Well, I like it. You do have an ending of some major cycles and the beginning of things, and you have the wish fulfillment card that is coming in. And I do like that for you. So you do end up heading off in these directions, which will bring you some wonderful feeling like wishes are coming true. And you have that 9 and you have this 9 too, which the 9 of wands is about realizing what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets your own power is blocking you. And you can see here, she actually has the Ace of Swords here, which was blocking this behind her. And so, with these two together, the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Wands, I'm seeing that you are, excuse me, able to see your power and see that it's you that is blocking you from anything, and you're able to move that out of the way and slide through and move in those directions. So you do have some reflection time with the moon card here, which is, usually there's a big uh, pond or lake, which is about diving deep into the unconscious, subconscious, understanding what those blocks are, understanding yourself. So taking some steps backward, and like the high priestess does, make sure to take some time alone, connect to the moon energy, connect, within and below, in order to see what those things are. But I love that for you, because it does show that you do discover those things, and you're able to leave old uh, patterns behind, old cycles behind, and move forward with that. Yeah. So Queen of Cups, again, very much like the High Priestess and the Moon, emotions. Dive deep into your emotions and understand what those blocks are that are there, that are keeping you from moving forward in those areas of your life. And you do have this beautiful movement forward, and with that wish fulfillment. So whatever you feel like you've been blocked in this year, that opens up next year with that reflection. So I like that for you, Dr. Sky. So that's what they have for you. Many blessings. All right. So Pisces, you are up. And how does B feel about you? Let's take a look here. So let's take a look. How does B feel about Pisces? Okay. All right. All right. Well, so I got four little sets of cards here. So these two, the way they feel about you, I mean, they see you as someone who is very much in charge of their energy. Nine of Swords also is about, you invest energy in pursuit of knowledge. You like learning new things, and so they like that. That's something they like about you, is that you're always trying to learn something new. It's like, I almost feel like you're someone who, like, watches the Discovery Channel, it just, that's not a bad thing, but you like learning. You like learning new things. You like investigating things. You just like learning, and not that you're nosy, you might be, but it's that you like finding out stuff, and so they like that about you. And you have if you are a Pisces, this is the King of Cups here. Yeah. So this is you. And they see you as the Ten of Pentacles. They see you as someone that would bring a wonderful fullness. The Ten of Pentacles shows, they got the marriage, they got the dog, they got the family, they got the castle, they have everything, right? It's hilarious. Yeah, so they see that about you, and they like that you're inquisitive, but they also see you as, like, you're someone that could give someone a full life and not really complete them, because I don't feel like they're someone that feels incomplete, but that you can help bring this wholeness to someone's life, right? And of course, this is you balancing heart and mind, Pisces energy. But this is how they feel about you, that you do have this ability to really, um, you know, just um, compliment is the word I was looking. Compliment someone's life and just really make it this wonderful, full thing, which I like. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune here in the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles is about being true to your authentic self. And I feel like this is what Spirit is telling you, that it's important for you not to drift off and try to be who you think someone thinks that you think that you think that they think you should be. It's like, blip, don't worry about people's opinions. It's such an important piece for you, with this interaction, for you to be true to you. And don't worry about losing people's support or, being someone blah 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 blah, always finding something wrong. It's like you standing true to you, and that just moves things forward in your life, and with them too. um yeah, just be yourself and be your true self, not the self that people have told you you should be and all that. But you do have here, coming up forward here, there's going to be some planning here around joy and friendship, and um, and I like this here. The Three of Cups sometimes, when we're talking about relationships, is like a third party meddling in relationships. Sometimes it can mean someone cheating on someone, but I don't feel that here. I almost feel like there's someone who's like a third wheel that's always kind of sticking their nose in to your guys' interaction. And I feel like there's going to be these plans, this change of direction. Not, but I feel like this is more wherever you focus your energy is what grows inside this friendship, this relationship with them. And the Two of Wands is, you can focus on what's missing or what you don't want or what you fear, and then that expands. Or you can focus on what you're grateful for and what you do want, and then that expands. And so I feel like that, if you do, find like someone has interest in them too, and they're trying to meddle in it or whatever, that not worrying about it, not focusing on the fear of it's like, you know what, be your authentic self and focus on what you're grateful for, and they're going to see that, and that looks so much better than fear and jealousy and those types of things. It's just like, if they're like, well, so and so's doing it, I'm like, well, if that floats your boat, have at it. you know you're just not, I'm not gonna fight over you. If you want someone else, do it. They're like, no, no, no. I was just letting you know they're doing it so you didn't find out. But they like how you're confident in yourself, and you're not, you're gonna focus on what you like about them and what you do want, not on what you don't and all that. So it just changes the whole energy. So I do like that, for you there. And that's all they have for you right now, Pisces. So enjoy discovering the Discovery Channel. So I like it. So many blessings for you, Pisces. All right, Aditya, you are up. And what is going to happen in your career and your love life? Let's take a look here. You are welcome. All right. So I'm going to be on for about 20 more minutes. So I might be able to get through everyone, depending on who might come in here in the meantime. But must be something going on out there in the world, because usually there's like this long, long list that I never get to the bottom lately. So usually that means there's something else drawing people into the news or something. It's like, whoa. Let's take a look here, Aditya. So what's going to happen in your career and your love life? We've got the Knight of Swords coming in here, which is about movement of thought and belief and mindset. You also have the Ace of Swords, which is they quest after this, and here you are obtaining it. And so I feel like you are being able to see things from a different perspective in both your career and your love life, because usually all this impacts both of it anyway. Because, swords are our thoughts, our beliefs, our expectations. And when we have expectations in our lives, which we all do, we're all fed them so early when we're young. We have all the supposed to and the should and the need to and the have to and the must around career, around love, which restricts us, which makes it very difficult for things to, unfold there. And so, there is this um, restriction, and that spirit is saying really to look into these capital T truths, which are rooted in the higher, realm, rooted in unconditional love. That helps you cut away these small T truths, these fears of losing conditional love in regarding, love with an individual, and also in success. And what does it mean, success with a career? All the supposed to's around all of that, they're really um, nudging you to really look at all those, because there's so much pressure around both of those areas with so many expectations that are coming in there. You have the Knight of Pentacles, which is also, so you have two knights, one in pursuit of higher truth, and the other one in pursuit of the Ace of Pentacles, which is also looking at your relation of your worth and how you look at it to the outside world. So there is this changing of things that Spirit is really wanting you to look into that, because it's impacting so much of the outside world. It's impacting so much of the love that you have for yourself, which impacts the love that you allow other people to give to you. The Knight of Pentacles also is about, you're kind of in this holding pattern. Things are going really, really slow. It's almost like frame by frame in your life that's going on. And it's happening on purpose for a purpose, because when they when spirit wants you to look and focus on your insides, they'll slow down the outside world so that you have time to really work on your vibration, your self-love, because then that changes the magnetism of what you're drawn into your life. Because when we do what we always did, then we get what we always got. But when we work on that and free ourselves from all these beliefs and mindsets that were restricting us, then our vibration changes and we attract new things in, things more in alignment with our heart than what the mind was saying we were supposed to have and should have and need to have, right? So there's this freedom that comes in with all that. And you have the Magician card, which shows you your power, your truth, that you are have everything within you that you need in order to bring into your life what it is you truly are searching for. What is your true heart's desire? And because this represents your higher self, and the wand, you're this conduit that brings this love into the world. And the Magician is this um, it's the divine masculine energy. It's you putting your energy and focusing your energy in what you want to grow, and not waiting for other people to bring like stuff to you. The divine feminine is like being a chalice. You wait to be filled, where the magician is more pointing your magic wand and you're like, I'm going to do this. And you're putting your energy towards something and having it go that direction. So that is what they're wanting to know around your career and love life, that this is a pausing period and for you to really look into those expectations and the supposed to's and the shoulds and those things, because it's going to free up and allow this flow of energy to go in a direction more in alignment to with what you want. So that's what they have for you right now, Aditya. All right. And Endwell Sabanda, you are up next. So you want to know, will Fidelis, are they going to marry you? Well, let's take a look here, see what spirit would like you to know. All right. So Will Fidelis, probably mispronouncing their name. My apologies. But all right, okay. Let's take a look here. What do we got here? All right. Well, it looks like here you have a little pause going on here too. You know, the two here of the high priestess. Let's see if I can do it. There, see the little, it almost looks like a pause button. And it's like right now they're having you pause with, you know, your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around marrying them. They're like, it's time for you to step back, go into you, understand your emotions, what's behind your veil, and connect to the higher realms and just really understand what it is that you want in your life. Because they want you to really look and understand what is your true wish fulfillment. You have the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is normally wish fulfillment, but they're like, they're not saying that this is a wish come true. They're more going, look and see what it is you truly, truly want. Because they have you looking at the Four of Swords, which has three swords, which is the expectations card. And then the Ace of Swords is about connecting to higher truth, connecting to higher things, which allows you to get peace of mind around your wish fulfillment, to understand what it is you truly want. Because that Ace of Swords cuts away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that no longer serve you. They're small t truths, rooted in the fear of losing a conditional love. And so it's like, all right, what do I really truly want? What does my heart want, not what my mind wants? Um, and again, they have you in this Seven of Pentacles, which is about waiting to, you know, it's like, what's the last thing that grows on a fruit tree is the fruit. So they have you waiting in this patience period to really look and understand what it is that you are wanting. Because again, you also have the Ace of Swords, which is what she is has in her hand here. It's understanding what it is you truly want. And so they're like, is this really your wish fulfillment? For this to happen, or what is it you truly want? And so that's why there's this pause and the slowness around that. The high priestess and the Seven of Pentacles really has this looking into it, because I feel like with this energy here, they're kind of telling you maybe this isn't what it seems to be. It's like it's is it checking off check boxes, and that this feels like security, and you don't think that you'll find someone else, or it's all this thought and belief and mindsets like, well, they're uh, I can check off a lot of boxes of the who I'm supposed to be with. They hit a lot of those, but is that what your heart wants, or is it what you've been told you're supposed to want, right? And that's what they're having you look at right now, spirit, with the pausing that's going on with both that high priestess and that Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like they're um, kind of blocking them to marry you, because it's not in alignment with what you truly want in your heart. And they're wanting you to take time to really look at that before you go into a direction that's really not what your heart wants, but just what your mind wants. So that's what I'm getting from those cards. So something to think about, but that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. Hang in there, end well. All right. All right, VD, very well. Thank you for that confirmation. All right, Pisces. Continue going down here. All right. So let's take a look here, Aditya. Actually, yeah, I only got about 10 minutes left. And I've almost been on 2.5 hours. So if we can, if it's not urgent, if we can wait, um, for additional questions till tomorrow, that would be great because I'm reaching the end of the session here. So I appreciate the just balancing my energy too. I normally try to keep it to 2 hours. I know I go 2.5 almost all the time, but yeah, if you guys don't mind. So Aditya, we're gonna leave with what Spirit was having you look into your all those expectations and those things. That's an important, you know, thing to do before we're asking other questions. I think that they're wanting to kind of close it off at that. So I can't believe we did reach the end this evening. So miracles never cease. But I do appreciate all the guys, all the thumbs up that you gave the video. It does help out the channel and helps it spread the love. So thank you guys for being a part of that. And don't forget, the full moon is happening right now. So if you didn't catch that earlier, I think I still have it in my. Here's the full moon alert. So go make sure to go check out your weekly energy update if you haven't checked those out yet. And I also put out the 1212 Odin's portal by each zodiac sign. So you guys can also check out those for some additional guidance for this beautiful portal that's coming up here in a few days. And yeah, I think those are the main things there. So again, thanks guys so much. And please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until we see each other again, I will be, of course, back here tomorrow night. Then we start my 2 times a day on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Hang in there until we do, and have a great night or a great day wherever you're out in the world. You guys take care.